You thought the American dream was about owning a home? Think again. Because while you've been grinding just to survive, struggling to save, dodging rising rents, watching mortgage rates skyrocket, someone else was buying your future out from under you. This isn't a housing crisis. This is a hostile takeover. For most Americans, a house is a dream slipping further out of reach. Think about it. You're expected to somehow pull together an enormous down payment, sign up for decades of debt, and then live chained to a loan where most of your money isn't even buying the house, but padding banks with interest payments and property taxes. Add endless repairs, and you quickly realize the so-called American dream feels more like an expensive trap. But here's the twist. Your dream might not be yours to lose anymore. It's already being bought, packaged, and sold off by a company you probably never thought about. So it's not just the market working against you, it's BlackStone. It's 2025, and BlackStone isn't just in the real estate market. They are the real estate market. While you were saving, planning, and working, they were quietly buying entire neighborhoods, whole cities, and maybe even your future. The truth about housing isn't on the evening news, it's buried in balance sheets, and I'm here to dig it up for you. Take Phoenix, Arizona, once a place where young families could buy affordable starter homes or retirees could settle into the sun. Drive down the manicured streets today, and it looks normal. White picket fences, flags on the porch, kids' bikes in the driveways. But behind many of those doors, no family dinners, no mortgages slowly chipped away by hopeful homeowners. BlackStone's Invitation Homes owns 32,000 houses just in Phoenix. Since 2012, BlackStone has spent over $150 billion on real estate. Billion. While an average family fights to save a $20,000 down payment, BlackStone burns through that amount every 12 seconds. Home prices in Phoenix have spiked 140% since they entered. The median home now costs $450,000. For a family earning $75,000 a year, that's not tough. That's impossible. It isn't just Arizona. The Southeast, long a refuge for affordable living, is under siege. Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Raleigh, these cities were supposed to offer opportunity. Instead, whole subdivisions were scooped up by BlackStone at auctions. Across the Southeast, they own more than 28,000 homes. And the effect? In zip codes where BlackStone owns more than 3% of housing, rents rise almost 50% faster than in nearby areas. In Tampa Bay, they own 6% of all rentals. In Charlotte, teachers can't afford to live near their schools. Nurses drive 2 hours to work because every closer option has been snatched, but houses are only part of the story. While you were scrolling, BlackStone quietly became America's warehouse king. 1.2 billion square feet. Let that sink in. Every Amazon order, every Walmart package, every delivery that hits your doorstep probably ran through one of their properties. In just 3 years, they spent $31 billion on warehouses. The Inland Empire in California, once orchards, is now a kingdom of BlackStone-owned distribution centers, 300 of them. And it's not just storage. These buildings reshape entire regions, higher property taxes, traffic jams, choking air quality. Jobs are mostly minimum wage with little stability. Think apartments are safe? Not even close. BlackStone owns 300,000 units nationwide. In Los Angeles, they hold complexes across Koreatown, Hollywood, and downtown. Families, students, and retirees are all paying into the same machine. The formula is predictable. Buy a place, make cheap cosmetic upgrades, then hike the rent by 30 to 50%. Long-term tenants get squeezed out. In New York, their takeover of Stuytown turned what was once middle-class housing into luxury-priced units. A single studio now costs $3,800, while the median New Yorker earns just $67,000 a year. Do the math. You can't. And here's the shocking part. Rents aren't set by humans anymore. They're set by algorithms. BlackStone uses artificial intelligence to find the maximum that each building can bear. Even your vacations aren't safe. BlackStone is one of the largest hotel owners on earth, with brands like Hilton, Motel 6, and Extended Stay under their umbrella. Since 2020, They've spent $40 billion buying hotels, many during COVID when the industry collapsed. The Cosmopolitan in Vegas, the Waldorf Astoria, they are all BlackStone entries now. The outcome? Unbelievable. Service gets cut, staff laid off, maintenance delayed. You still pay 5-star prices for 3-star service. Worse, many of these properties collected taxpayer subsidies meant for small businesses during the pandemic. BlackStone took millions in relief loans while charging you $400 a night for rooms that once cost half that. Office towers? They're in on that too. BlackStone controls $300 billion worth of commercial real estate, from Manhattan skyscrapers to San Francisco financial towers. The Sears Tower in Chicago, once an icon of American industry, is now theirs. They bought it for $1.3 billion, negotiated $270 million in tax breaks. Who funded those breaks? You did. When companies like Amazon or Google hunt for office space, it's BlackStone setting the price and pulling the strings. Even remote work hasn't slowed them down. They're betting companies will eventually drag workers back, so they scoop up distressed office properties cheaply, waiting for the rebound. They win whether you work from home or not. And don't think affordable housing is untouched. BlackStone owns 70,000 mobile home lots. For many working families and retirees, these parks are the last refuge. But here's the cruelty. You may own your mobile home, but they own the land beneath it. Moving a mobile home can cost $10,000 or more if it can be moved at all, which means when they raise the lot rent, you're trapped. In Florida, lot rents have doubled in BlackStone parks. Seniors on Social Security are forced to choose between medicine and shelter. Even the internet is theirs. BlackStone has poured $100 billion into data centers, the backbone of the digital age. In Northern Virginia, where 70% of global internet traffic flows, they're buying up every square foot they can. These centers use as much electricity as small cities, driving up utility bills while collecting massive tax breaks. Loudoun County handed BlackStone $100 million in incentives for facilities that employ only a handful of people, while schools and roads go underfunded. Every Netflix stream, every Zoom call, every photo upload could be funneling money straight into BlackStone's pockets. And let's not forget students. College housing is another cash cow. BlackStone has spent $20 billion acquiring student apartments near major universities like UCLA, USC, Ohio State, and Texas. Students end up paying $1,500 or more for a bed in a shared room, while parents co-sign leases backed by financial aid. It's practically a guaranteed income. For families already priced out of buying homes, they now pay BlackStone again for their kids' dorms. If all this wasn't enough, here's the final, ugliest layer. They don't just buy property, they buy power. Over the last 5 years, BlackStone has spent $50 million lobbying Congress. While you send emails or write petitions, they write checks. They fight against rent control, tenant protections, and affordable housing. Their CEO, Steven Schwartzman, has a personal fortune of $40 billion. His penthouse alone is worth $100 million. Meanwhile, nearly half of renters in BlackStone properties spend more than half their income just to keep a roof overhead. And here's the darkest irony. Much of the money fueling this empire comes from your own pocket. Pension funds for teachers, firefighters, and public employees are invested in BlackStone. Your 401k might be feeding them too, which means you could literally be financing your own displacement. So the question isn't whether BlackStone owns America. The question is how much longer you're willing to ignore it. From houses to hotels, warehouses to dorm rooms, even the internet itself, your life has become a line item on their spreadsheet. And unless something changes, the next generation won't even remember what it meant to own a piece of the dream. Have you seen this happening where you live? Homes snatched up in cash offers, rents climbing out of reach, corporate landlords replacing neighbors? Drop a comment below. Share your story. If you like this video, you'd like this too. Link to another video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.